aka Sunday, because it's a long weekend where I'm at, and doesn't feel like a Monday. Off to a little bit of a late start today. Had a power crisis before I got in here. I'll show you guys in a sec. I'll just turn down the exhaust in here so it's not so loud. All right. So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live of the day. Man, today feeling a little, not overwhelmed, just I got a lot to stay on top of in the tent, and so I just, my head is spinning with all these things I need to keep track of. It is a lot, but in due time I will get used to things and it won't feel like such a task. Is that marijuana? No, it's not. It is food. I grow my own food. Maybe one day I'll start growing cannabis, but until then, this is my 200 square foot grow tent where I grow all my own food. Try to be self-sufficient and grow my own. Better than getting it from the grocery store. So that is what I've been working today. I was about to get on the live. I walked into my tent. I heard my tower making sounds and I thought, okay, it's time to fill it. We'll save it for the live, and then I should have done it right away. I should have filled it right away because all of my lettuce got wilted and I lost a few plants. Do I make my own fertilizer? No. I use pre-made fertilizer. I use general hydroponics. Right now my plants are on the grow as well as the bloom. Oh, the bloom. And also the GH Calimag. Because I am a beginner, it is great. But because I am using aeroponic and hydroponic systems, it's best to use some kind of pre-made fertilizer or a water-soluble fertilizer versus compost. Compost is great, but more for outdoor or for soil. I'm not growing in living soil, well, other than my lemon seedlings. Everything else is just in buckets, either with clay pebbles or just a foam cloning collar. So per usual, in a minute, I'll take you guys around and I'll show you what's up in today, what is happening. We've got our cucumbers that we pollinated this morning, but none of the female flowers have opened up yet. Compost your poop and use the nutrients. Well, that is what my dog is for. I use hers in the backyard. It makes my grass look great. But yeah, no, I'm not going to use that in the grow tent. Trying to keep it clean and smelling only like plants in here. But thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. So yeah, just hanging out in the grow tent today. Don't have too much to do. We were trying to germinate some 40-year-old sugar snap peas. So we're going to take a look at those shortly under the microscope to see what's going on. Okay, Ernest. Yes, everybody does. And yes, you can use it as compost, but not for this indoor garden. So yeah, nothing much really new in the grow tent today. We've got tomatoes growing. We've got our flowers that are getting ready to bloom, some of which we need to move outside. And other than that, not much is going on today, guys. Got a few seeds to start, so I'll probably just do that on today's live, and then we'll just check in on everything that's going on. I just noticed one of my ceiling lights is off here, so I'm just going to turn it on. Hang tight for a sec. Getting myself set up here. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get a sprouting tray, and we are going to some of our seeds started, but you don't think using dog crap is a good idea, but you think using my own in an indoor garden is a better idea. I mean, maybe you're onto something, maybe you're right. And if I were, doing this outside, then absolutely, you are correct. But it also probably, not to get into it, but it also depends on what you eat, right? Like if you eat tons of processed food, I don't know how good your personal waste would be as a fertilizer, but things got real weird real fast on this live. Anyways, all right, so I'm going to start some seeds. I've got some of the same variety that we were doing last week. I just didn't germinate them. I had purple and peach, and I only germinated the full, so we're gonna get that done today. But before we do that, I'll take you guys on a quick walk around, show you what's new in the tent. Since yesterday, there isn't much, but everything seems to be coming along nicely. It is 75 degrees in here. The humidity is at about 50%, and we just had a little crisis in the tower before I hopped on live. The tower, sometimes when the water level gets low, I start hearing the tower whirring because the pump needs water, obviously. And I thought, you know what, let me leave it and we'll do it together on the live. And then I left it till now. I walked in the tent 2 minutes before my live, is why I'm late. And half of the lettuce kind of wilted because the tower was low on water. So we are good now. A couple of the plants kind of broke, but that's okay. I quickly packaged lettuce so that I can have it for dinner tonight, and we don't have any casualties, so that is what matters. That's the important part. Good morning, Mia Lifestyle. Thank you for joining. I was gonna say happy Saturday. Happy Monday, you guys. It feels like a Saturday or a Sunday. I was just outside cutting the grass today, doing some stuff outside. It is a mild day, but it is still nice out. And then, yeah, just in here working away. So without further ado, I will take you guys for a little walk around, and then we'll get to it. Again, there's not much to do today. Just going to start a few seeds and check in on the seeds that I tried germinating over the course of the week. You grow the food. I mean, you are probably onto something, Ernest. You are correct about that. That is how it works. All right. This is our seedling station. This is where we have all our stuff germinating. And over here we've got our orange grow tower. The romaine is coming along nicely. I've got my celosia flowers that we transplanted last week. They're looking really, really good. And then our beautiful watermelon is getting its second true leaf now. It looks so good. I would send you mine, but it would cost a fortune to send. Oh God, Ray Cassis, are you gonna send it to me or Ernest? Please don't send it to me. Send it to Ernest. He looks like he can use some. Okay, so here we have our parsley plant. Man, this chat is getting real weird real fast. But all right, we got parsley here. Moved the dill to the orange tower, and it's got more space to kind of breathe now, and it's actually looking very beautiful, looking really good. And here, obviously, the rest of our romaine. We've got a little sage seedling there. Our zinnia seedling is doing quite well. And I've got a tomato cutting that I'm actually trying to grow in the tower. I just cut it yesterday, and I don't see any roots just yet. Well, maybe it is kind of starting to root a little bit. Give it a few more days. All right, and then I've got some more zinnias. I've got some basil growing. I've got some more sage over here. And that's it, you guys. Everything else is filled. This is our basil here. Another basil plant there. And yeah, the orange tower is pretty full. Thank you so much, Mia Lifestyle. Appreciate you. So this is our cucumber plant. I've been trying to train it nicely along the trellis so that it just has the support it needs once the cucumbers start growing. And we do have some baby cucumbers growing. There's one right there. It's a little tough to see, but it is right there. And of course, we have our first one that we discovered on the live last week, or actually the other day. It's right here. So once those flowers open up, we learned on the chat yesterday that they actually open up for 1 day, and so you have a quick window to pollinate. Here's our zinnia flower. I'm hopeful that we will start to see it open soon. We've had this bud for about a week and a half now, maybe 2 weeks, so it's due to open any day now. And then here we have all of our flower starts. These are all going to be going outside. And then we have all of our pepper plants. Peppers are really doing good today, but I actually decreased the watering schedule. It's got, I don't know what that is. The pepper leaf has like some bubbling on it, and I think that is called edema or something from too much watering, overwatered. So I reduced the watering. It was on for 30 seconds, off for 20. Now it's on for 20, off for 45 seconds. Okay. So, and these are the pepper plants. Good afternoon, Les. What's up? Happy, oh my gosh, I keep wanting to say happy Sunday or happy Saturday. Monday today. Yes, and then these are the tomato plants. We've got some tomatoes that are definitely coming along. And I apologize for the rough start to my live. It was just, the chat got really weird really fast. So, anyways. And this is our tower. It's looking a little sad right now because I had an issue. I didn't fill it in time and I had some stuff wilt. So we got to get that harvested and cleaned up. Yes, it is Monday, Victoria Day. Happy long weekend, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It didn't even feel, I don't know, it felt short. It didn't feel like a long weekend. But it was good. I didn't really do much. Had family time and just relaxed. And that's it, you guys. Not too much. All right, so I did bring my digital microscope. I don't even know if it's charged. I'll have to see. I don't even remember how to turn this on. I want to be able to look at the sugar snap pea seeds that we were talking about yesterday. So I'm curious if, oh, I might be dead. Battery's dead, you guys. We'll have to do it on tomorrow's live. I'll have to charge it. Time in the tent goes by quickly. It totally does. So this is my digital microscope. I got it from Vivor. It's pretty good. Does the trick. I think it magnifies 1,300 times. But the battery is dead. So I'm going to get that charged. And tomorrow we're going to take a look at those sugar snap peas. But I'm going to put this away for now. Sorry about that. I should have checked if it was charged before hopping on live. Okay, so I filled my tower with the hydrogen peroxide. I let that circulate. So now I'm going to have to add in the nutrients first before doing anything else. Sorry, I meant the calcium. Wow, I'm really all over the place today. I should just do a quiet live. Probably be better. You know those days where nothing really works and things don't go according to plan? I'm having one of those days today. Calcium. 1 milliliter per liter. I did 20 liters, 20 milliliters. Get that cleaned up here. So yeah, I didn't fill my tower soon enough or fast enough, and one of the lettuce plants just snapped in half, and half the leaves fell with it, which it's okay. I was able to catch it quickly while it was still fresh, but it just sucks because everything was looking so perfect, and then I screwed. I did 18 pea seeds, says Les. Wow. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm doing it like I'm reading a book. Says 6 of 3 varieties. Cool. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. So yeah, exciting news on Wednesday at 9 p.m. I'm going to be on the Garden Cultivation Network on YouTube, so you guys can check me out there. We're just going to talk about my tent and all things indoor gardening. They are more of a cannabis-centered podcast. Oh my gosh, did you guys see this mess I'm making? They are more of a cannabis-centric podcast, but you know, a lot of cannabis growers grow aeroponically and indoors, so it could be useful information for other people just to kind of tap into what I'm doing, and maybe there's something I'm doing that others can learn from, or vice versa. So I think it's going to be super fun. I'm really excited to chat with them, and it's always a good time when I'm in the grow tent, but I'm going to be the live or the interview or whatever from the grow tent, so you guys can come check me out there Wednesday 9 p.m. Eastern on the Garden Cultivation Network. All right, now that I have my kneeler, I don't need to get on the ground to fill the tub. Be right back. I usually just sit here. I got this kneeler from Vivor. It is awesome, you guys. Alright, so we've got our calcium in. I'm going to let that circulate, and then I'll go ahead and add in the grow. So for the salad tower, because it's just lettuce and herbs, I never use the bloom. I don't think I've ever used the bloom for the grow tower. Have you guys ever used a bloom fertilizer on stuff that's just really vegetative that doesn't go to flower? I'm curious. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think that the plants require that type of support if they don't flower, but I'm really trying to sort of understand why. So pretty much get it down to a science to understand why a plant doesn't require a certain amount of minerals in order for it to thrive, depending on what growth stage it's in. Okay, so I'm just got my hydrogen peroxide here with all my stuff getting sanitized. Gotta keep your stuff clean. That's number one thing you should know when you have an indoor garden is cleanliness. Cleanliness is key. Alright, and then I've got my second jug that we are going to add our grow to, and we'll mix that in the next 15 minutes. After this, I've got to go cut my grass. I was cutting half of it this morning, and then the cable broke, and so now I got to deal with that, find a new cable, and finish cutting the grass so my dog can go potty. The grass is like a foot tall and she can't even move. So as the grow, I'm gonna add in, so I'm doing 20 liters of water. I'm gonna do 2 milliliters per liter. That's when they're in more of their late growth, which a lot of them are. 2 milliliters per liter. All right. That's shaken up well. This is the growth fertilizer. You got to shake it vigorously. Make sure you move everything around and nothing sets. Get out the machete, yeah. No, I'm gonna use my brand new pruning scissors and cut each individual blade of grass. So yeah, guys, that's it. Today I posted a video of my zinnia starts. Those are going to go in the ground this week. I got to pick up, I was also going to do that on today's live, but I got to get seed starting soil. I got to get them in seed starting soil, harden them off outside over the course of the week, and then hopefully by the week of June 1st, I'll get them in the ground. It's still quite cold in Ontario. We're hovering around 14 degrees Celsius, and then sometimes overnight it's like 4 or 5 degrees, which is really cold for your plants. Especially in here, it's so warm that the plants have been so used to it. They're definitely going to struggle outside. So hardening them off is the process of bringing them outside in gradual windows of time to acclimate them to the new environment. So I can hear the orange tower also needs to be filled. It's starting to make some sounds. The worst, I've had it before where that happens overnight, and sometimes come in the morning and the plants are completely wilted, which sucks, but they bounce back pretty quick. What's up, G4T? Happy Monday. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Back at it. It's a Monday. Long weekend where I'm at, but feels like a Sunday here. So because we're letting our calcium circulate, I'm just going to leave that nutrients there, and when we're ready, we'll get it in. So yeah, I got my digital microscope to try to show you guys a closer look at the sugar snap peas, but I forgot to charge it, so we're not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to grab, as per usual, all my seedlings, check if anything's ready to be transferred, and after that I'll just start a few new seeds. Today's pretty chill. I woke up very early today and had nothing to do, so I decided to do all my work in the grow tent this morning, and pretty sure none of you would have been online at 5 a.m., so I didn't feel like doing a live would have been the best thing, but just easy day in the tent today. All right. So I've got one basil seed that's sprouted. I'll show you guys. I'll take you guys a closer look. I planted my garden yesterday and never hardened my starts off. I guess we'll see what happens. Only the strong survive. Very true. Only the strong do survive, and I have a feeling your plants are going to be fine. Usually it doesn't kill them. It's just, it takes them longer to adjust, and it may slow the process down a little bit, but I'm sure you're all good. I'm sure plants will be perfect. I look forward to hearing about them. So yeah, I've got nothing really that's sprouted here. I have, where was it? I saw some green onion that had sprouted. Hold on, I'll take you guys to the light so we can see better. I did have, oh, there it is. Got some that sprouted there, but obviously it's too young. And then a little baby there. And another baby there, but they're so little, too little to be transferred. So I'll just cover that up and check the other ones. 5:45 or 4:45. Wow, that's early. Wow, so I guess it's a consensus in here. Nobody hardened their stuff off. Wow, maybe I shouldn't either. No, I think it's honestly a little bit too cold where I'm at. Okay, so here's our, I'll flip you guys around. We germinated some beets and some corn yesterday. So there that is. And here we still have the parsley and flowers, but nothing is sprouted. And here we had parsley that sprouted yesterday. So I'm gonna just pop the lid off and take a closer look. It still needed time because there were just some roots. You guys can see there. Little baby. So cute. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how many I germinated. That's a lot of parsley, wow. I swear yesterday there were more that sprouted. Oh, there's some right there. Cute. See, I wanted to look at them in the digital microscope today, but I guess that's not gonna happen. I'll charge it tonight and we'll do it tomorrow. Okay, and then our sugar snap peas. These are the ones that are 40 years old that we're trying to get to sprout. We've got some different methods going on, but nothing has sprouted so far. I did cheat and take a little peek this morning just to see, but we got nothing happening. Do I think you should keep your melon in containers? Well, melons vine like crazy. They get super messy and they take up a lot of space. So as long as you have space around the container, you're good. But if you've got space in the ground, probably just put it in the ground because they vine everywhere and take up so much space that it might defeat the purpose of putting it in a container. But unless you're doing it inside the house, and not bringing them outside, then sure, yeah, do it in a container and let it vine on the floor. That's what I'm going to do in my tent. I'm going to fill the 4-vessel bucket, the melon, and I'm going to just let it vine on the ground, or get some kind of like hammock or some kind of bag to support it that hangs from the trellis. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'll show you guys quick. I've already shown you. For those of you that just got here, these are my sugar baby watermelons. It's getting its second true leaf now. And it looks super cute. I wonder when it'll start to flower, but this is the same as cucumbers. It's got the male flowers and the female flowers. The female flowers are growing from the melon, and you have to pollinate and take the flowers from the, or sorry, take the pollen from the male flower, transfer it to the female flower in order for the fruit to continue to produce. So that is the same as cucumber and zucchini. But there we go, little baby watermelon. I've got a couple more, they're not so far behind. There's the other one, and there's the other one. Let's check these roots here. Oh, those are some cute roots. And then also I moved my dill to the orange tower today, and just to give it some space, because that lettuce is so crazy. I'm just gonna have to harvest and eat it all, you guys. And then I'm actually gonna, while we wait for stuff to circulate in the tower, I'm gonna grab my kale and I'm gonna move it to the orange tower just to do the same thing, give it more light and air circulation. So this is one of my kale plants. This is dinosaur kale, also known as Jacinto kale, and they're so cute, and the leaves get so big, and it's super tasty. I forget what variety of watermelon I started. I started 2 different varieties. Oh, nice. Well, good luck to you. Watermelon is awesome, and you started it at the perfect time. It'll be ready right in time for summer. All right, so I'm just gonna look at that root system, guys. Nice and white and clean. Getting that little kale into the orange tower. So I'm just kind of moving things around. I'm gonna get prepared to, we're not gonna completely reset the green tower, but but we're gonna start some new seeds and get the green tower cleaned up. This was a quick run because everything grew so quickly, and honestly I didn't anticipate it to grow so fast. Another little kale. Look how cute it is. Where am I? I'm just outside of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. Oh, Crimson Sweet. I've never heard of that variety, Les. It sounds great. All right, so I'll just move. I think I've got 2 more kale. We'll move over, and then I'll start the rest of my seeds. Oh wow, Canada. Yep, Canada. Oh my gosh, look how cool that is. I put I took out the net pot. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's roots hanging out from the layer above. Cool. All right, and then I've got, I don't know if I have 3 kale plants or 4 kale plants. There's another one. This pot's empty here. So there it is. We got 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna move. Oh yeah, you gotta trellis your cucumbers. Smart. I've got cucumbers growing right now. I'm super excited. The flowers haven't opened yet, so I'm not able to pollinate, but I'm pretty excited. I'm trying to train it on the trellis and see how that goes. Yeah, I'm just gonna check if I have any other kale or anything else that's small that's kind of being overshadowed by this crazy lettuce here. Oh yeah, I do have a little kale. Oh my gosh, it's totally hiding in the back. Look how small it is because it's not getting ate. Too much stuff in the tower. Look at that, it's exploding. All right, there it is. So I've got my 4 dinosaur kale plants into the orange grow tower, and we'll see how they do. As soon as I move stuff into orange tower, because everything's kind of at a similar growth stage, it seems to do better because it gets more light. Once things start to really grow like crazy in the orange tower, it's difficult for it to get the proper light and everything it needs to thrive. So we'll see how these go, but this is the plant that broke on me right here. I know it's wilting anyways, but that sucks. Maybe I need another tower. Well, I do. I have this one here that's empty, but I plan on cleaning out that tower and getting some new stuff in it. So I look forward to that for sure. All right, so we've got our kale in the orange tower. I'm just gonna focus on starting a few seeds, and it's probably boring for you guys. It's already the flower seeds that I started last week. Last week I did all the purple ones, and then I realized that I didn't even unpackage. I got a second packet of the same color. I need a tower. Yes, you do, G for T. What's up, Natimbi? How you doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. We're just having a chill day in the trying to get my microscope, my digital microscope, so we check out the seeds, but I forgot to charge it, so we're gonna just start some seeds instead, and that's it. I don't have much to do today. This morning I pollinated, I pruned, I made sure everything was kind of on track, other than filling the green tower, which is why I had obviously an issue with that, but it looks like it's bouncing back. Everything seems to be coming back to life, so we'll see how that goes, guys. But yeah, I'm gonna start some seeds. Got my seed tray here. I don't know if I have a tray available. Oh, I do. I'm gonna move one. So I think one of the trays I kind of just didn't do a great job at maintaining it and spraying the seeds to make sure they stay so they can sprout. So we're gonna have to take the L and start all over again. So maybe I'll start some of those seeds as well. But first, I'm gonna do the other one. So paper towel. Just gonna rip it in half. I'm not gonna start too many of the seeds. I'm gonna get my spray bottle. Doing a couple different varieties, one of which did better in the paper towel, and I have some in the sponge still waiting to sprout, but for whatever reason they didn't. So stick to the paper towel method. I go through phases. Sometimes I like the sponge better, and sometimes I like the paper towel better. Right now, I'm in a paper towel phase. All right. Actually, no, that's not true, because I was really loving the black sponges when I germinated the flower. Those worked super, super well. All right, let me get these seeds. You guys already saw these seeds. It's just a different color of the same flower that I forgot that I ordered both colors, and I only germinated one. So I've got like 20 of the same plant that are these purple flowers. But little did I know, I also ordered peach. So these ones right here. So for those of you that are new here or just got here, I grow my own food, but I also am growing flowers. I have a flower garden that's an outdoor garden every summer, but this year I decided to start my seedlings indoors in my aeroponic system versus starting them indoors in soil. And I get to actually leave some of them in the grow tent because I want to try to get into growing indoor aeroponic flowers. We were talking yesterday about how cool would it be if I get to sell my produce. Well, how cool would it be if I also can sell or, you know, supply a flower shop with not a few flowers, but, you know, a certain quantity of flowers weekly or what from my aeroponic indoor garden. That would be so cool. So this woman, she's in Washington. It's called Floret Flower is the name of her flower farm, and I ordered the seeds from her, and the flowers are so beautiful. So these are the ones that I'm trying to grow in my aeroponic system, like these here or these ones down here. They actually look pretty cool. So these are the ones right here. It's a nice show them. So that's what I'm going to be growing, various different, and then I've also got different varieties too. So it's not just the zinnias that I'll be growing. I'm also going to be growing the celosia. Celosia, I was telling you guys, is kind of like an amaranth, like a feather. But these are the zinnias. They get super tall, like 4 feet tall, and it's got a pretty big root system. I'll show you guys the roots of mine. But yeah, these are the different colors that I'm growing. So that's the ones that we're germinating right now, this color right here. Even though they're from another place, that's similar to what we're germinating right now. Anyways, I'm just trying to show you guys the other variety. Oh, this is the other variety. They give me Dr. Seuss vibes. They're like feathers. They're cool, so they're fun as like a filler flower. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's fun. And then these are the other variety I'm growing. They're called dahlias. They're shooting star dahlias. But those I have tubers for, and so I'm just going to plant them right in the ground, which I could probably do now. I don't know when is the best time to plant tubers in soil outdoors in Ontario. So if you guys know, let me know. So these are from Essie Seeds, but the same variety. But the rest of the seeds that I germinated are from Floret Flower. And she only sold them on her website last year. This year, I couldn't find them anymore. She, I guess, sold them for 1 year and that's it. Maybe she's working on more stuff. She cultivates her own varieties. So, all right. So I'm just going to grab a few of these seeds here. I'll flip you guys around, show you what I'm doing. So yeah, as I've mentioned before, these seeds come off of the petal when you let the flower mature completely and let it go to seed. The the flower starts to develop seeds at the base of the petal. I don't really need to wear gloves to do this, but I always end up touching my plants and stuff, so it's just better to wear gloves. Sometimes I want to show you guys something and then I touch a root, and I mean, it's not the end of the world if you don't, but why not do it the right way and be super careful? I'm probably germinating way too many. Like, my garden isn't that big, but this year I don't care about spacing. I'm gonna do whatever the heck I want. Last year I was so concerned about spacing and I had a lot of extra space, so yeah, so these are obviously different colors and different varieties. Not as nice as the ones that I showed you, but still gonna be a good garden this year. Even if you're not into flowers, once my garden starts growing, I'll show you guys. You'll be into it because the plants always look great. Aren't tubers a cooler weather plant? I don't know. That's a great question. I should plant mine then, because I bought tubers from the same place, Vessi Seeds, and I would like to get them in the ground, but I'm not sure when. So I got to figure that out, and then I got to figure out when I'm going to get the zinnias that I started here in the ground. I mean, they're already coming along quite a bit. They're like, I can even put them in the ground now in terms of readiness. Some of them are more ready than others. Here we got this one, and it's hard for me to focus, but let me just zoom in there for you guys. We got a nice little root system happening. So yeah, I don't know when to get these outside, and my tubers. Yeah, they're dahlia tubers, so I don't know if it's the same thing, but, and then these are zinnia seedlings, but the roots are already coming out the bottom of the net pot, so it is time to get them out of here soon and get them in some soil if I plan on putting them outside. As long as the air circulation is good, you can pack in loads of plants. That's my plan. I'm just gonna put them wherever. Just gonna load them up in my garden and not overthink it. But this guy I'm gonna leave in here. I want it to bloom. I want to see how it works. If I can grow them full time in here, even, you know, grow a summer flower in the winter, and I don't know, sell it to a flower shop, that'd be so cool. But look how long these roots are. It's a pretty good root system. All right. So yeah, that's also why I reduced my watering schedule, is when your zinnia plants start to look a little bit like a deflated balloon, that's when you know you've overwatered them. So they I don't know, they're kind of looking rough. Not rough, like they're nice and green, but I don't know, something's wrong. It doesn't look like that. It's starting to curl a little bit. So I think it could be overwatering, because the only thing I've changed is the nutrients and the watering schedule. So we'll see. I try not to do too many changes at once in the garden. If you do too many changes at once, then you can't determine what was responsible for the change, or I mean, what resulted from the change, or from what change, I mean. I told you guys, today's one of those days where I can't talk, so excuse me. You ever have those days where things just don't go right and you can't talk right and you're just not flowing, you know? So everybody has those days sometimes. but it's all good because it can never be bad when you're in the garden. So yeah, I reduced the watering schedule. It's on for 20 seconds, off for 45 seconds. We'll see if that improves things. Also, another indicator as to why I changed it was because you can see back there through all the wilderness, that little pepper plant is kind of starting to get yellow, but this one is a beautiful deep green. So I don't know, some of the edges were starting to look a little yellow, and the challenge is that the signs of overwatering are also the signs of underwatering. So it's kind of difficult to say what's responsible. I don't know, maybe they're not getting enough water because they're starting to produce. So we'll see. I do the change, I leave it for a couple days, and then I assess and I go from there. That's all you can really do, is trial and error, you know? So yeah, I'm just going through my seeds. Oh, I have one of these I should start. So dahlias, they start off as a root system and develop into tubers, and I've only got a few seeds of these ones left, so I'm just gonna start them. Probably a little late to the party for these. What temperatures do I have the water at? It usually hovers, it's usually around 22 degrees. A lot of people have asked me if I've looked into getting a chiller for the water. And to be honest, because I'm still learning and I'm still new, I haven't figured out what is the optimal temperature to keep my water at for the current things that are growing in both the tower and the buckets. So for the tower, I can tell you the water probably isn't cool enough because I am growing leafy greens, lettuce items, and herbs, which are more cool weather items. So I don't know. Maybe I do need a chiller, or maybe less is more and I don't need to worry. So these are those plants I was telling you guys about, the celosia. This is just for my outdoor garden, the Dr. Seuss flowers. I do these just because I like flowers and I like to share friends and family, and you know, people love it. When I go visit, bring them a bouquet of flowers that I grew myself and some lettuce from the tower. Everybody should want to be my friend. So these ones I'm not too worried about. They're so small. I just dump them all over the paper towel and just kind of spread them out. Once they're on there, I'll flip you over and show you what I'm doing. John says, I learned the hard way years ago. I needed a chiller. Oh, it'd be interesting to actually understand how you learned that lesson. I'm curious what happened. I have had a lot of people ask me about that, and I haven't looked into it yet. Right now, I'm working on kind of trying to perfect the outer environment, like not the water, but the actual environment of the grow tent itself. But everything takes time, you guys. So I still need time. Every few weeks, I level up and learn something else. So soon, I will be focusing on the water temperature. Right now, I need to figure out a way to... I'm working on getting a monitor so I can figure out the light intensity and just kind of understand... just so I can understand... Oh, okay, sorry. The bottom rotted and basically liquefied. Okay, that's not happening to my plants, so maybe I don't urge it a chiller, but I'm so sorry that that happened. That is really disappointing, especially I know the time that it takes to get a garden started and to get your seeds started. Even if you don't start from seeds and you grow from cutting, that sucks. So I'm sorry, John, but it's all about the comeback. That's what I always say, is like, it's how you bounce back and what you learn from that and what you apply. So at least you learned that you needed a chiller. Some people do stuff, they see it's not working, but they don't try to improve it. They just do it again. So good for you. It's always important to try to learn stuff from the mistakes that you make. That's why I like making mistakes, even though I feel stupid, because most of them are on a live. So you guys can call me out for the stupid things I do, but it's okay. We all learn together, right? That's what it's all about. I should have kept better attention. I feel adversity gets us better. A learning experience. 100%. 100%. The more plants you kill, the more you'll be able to keep alive in the future. That's just the way it is. So you might kill them now, but you'll be able to keep them alive tomorrow. So you kind of want to fail. If you don't fail, then you're not learning. You're kind of stagnant. So that's why I'm like overwhelmed with all these things I need to learn and figure out. But at the same time, I love that there's all these things I need to learn and figure out, because that means there's a lot of room for growth. And who doesn't love to grow as a person while you're growing plants? What's up, Mark Music? Appreciate you. All right, so I started my seeds, and I'm just gonna get them under the light. I've got just a few more flowers just to get into the sun garden, but our tent is popping. The food is finally growing. I'm really excited to take you guys along when it's time for harvest. It is going to be so awesome. We're gonna do, I was telling you guys the other day, a dinner stream where I'm gonna take you guys down to the tent. We're gonna harvest everything we need, and I'm going to make a dinner with, I'm gonna try to use as much of the homegrown ingredients as possible, and show you guys what it's like to grow your own and do the whole tower table thing, because it's pretty sweet. You guys saw me, oh, and then I'll have dinner with you guys on the stream. So I'll let you know when that'll be, probably in a month from now, judging by how the food is growing. And hopefully we'll be able to do like a great salad or something awesome. I have a bunch of tomato clones that rooted, time to plant. Oh, that's exciting. Congratulations. I've got my tomato cutting that I pruned the other day on the live, and I've got it here in the tower. It is alive and well, and it's actually starting to flower in the tower, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's not flowering. No, it is. There's little flowers in there. Anyways, it is flowering and it hasn't started to root yet. But when it does, we're going to leave it in the tower, because I want to know if I can, well, I know I can grow tomato plants successfully in this tower. I just don't have a trellis, but take some butcher's twine, and I'm gonna just use a clip or something to kind of tie the butcher's twine, and maybe I'll put it, I don't know, there's like the lights and stuff you can hang it from. So we're gonna figure out a way to create our own trellis on this tower. Farm to fork. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Tower to table, farm to fork. But yeah, it's gonna be good. I look forward to it. My last grow was so awesome. I did like a chart of homegrown ingredients versus store-bought ingredients for every meal, so I can see. And when you get your meals like 75% homegrown, it's quite exciting. So hopefully I'll reach that at this point. I'm sure I will. My dinners are pretty simple. I typically have some form of red meat over a big salad. That's pretty much what I eat. So I'm looking forward to it, you guys. We're gonna have also so many different colored peppers. It's gonna be so cool. Got some poblano peppers. Maybe I can roast those, or I'll have a ton of bell peppers. We're gonna have 5-color peppers. It's gonna get crazy because there's gonna be a lot happening. I also think it would be so cool to make a tomato sauce with my fresh tomatoes growing, my vine ripe freshly picked tomatoes and pick some of the basil that I'm growing and make a tomato sauce. I got this pasta that was made in Italy, and I've been waiting to use it until I have my homegrown tomatoes, because it looks like a fancy pasta that's pretty high quality. So I only want to use high quality ingredients. And what better than homegrown? Alright, I made a little bit of a mess. I don't know if you guys saw that. It sounds delicious. Yes, it is. I can't wait. I can't wait, you guys. I think this is the proudest I've ever been of my garden. Everything really does look great. I used to use yo-yos to help support them. Basically, oh, that is smart. I should do that. I think I got one hanging around somewhere. A string trellis looks good. I made one hanging from a curtain rod. Cool. Yeah, I've got a lot of space on the tower to hang a trellis from, so I can absolutely do that. And I think I could totally do tomatoes and peppers in the tower. I don't see why not. They'll grow successfully. I just need to be able to support them. What's up, Pro Pyro? Thank you for joining. I should hunt for the protein. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? Maybe I will. We're gonna go to my backyard and we're gonna find some pigeons, you guys. I'm totally kidding. I don't eat pigeons. But yeah, no, I'm not a hunter. Unfortunately, I love animals to death that I just don't have, well, not to death because I can't hunt them. So I love them too much to hunt them. But I would send someone to go hunt for me, and then I'd cook it myself, but I won't do any of that other stuff, any of the processing that's involved. I can't do that. I mean, I appreciate the people that do hunt and that can do all the stuff that's involved with it, but it's not for me. It's not for me at all, you guys. But yeah, other than that, that is it. Oh my gosh, pin pie. Ay, ay, ay. Not for me, you guys. Ew. But yeah, so not too much going on today, guys. That's it, really. I'll take you for one last walk around just because I like to show off. If a chicken was your size, he would murk you ASAP. Probably, to be honest. Groundhog stew. All right, guys. You guys are very creative with your protein suggestions. So yeah, I think in about a month's time, we'll get these tomatoes full size and ripe, and I'll be able to enjoy them with my pigeon pie. I'm just kidding. But yeah, and then I've got my cucumber. The flower still hasn't opened, but we learned yesterday that it's only going to be open for probably a day. So there it is. But yeah, guys, the tomatoes are quite fruitful, if you will. They're, I'll show you. Got a lot of flower clusters happening per plant. So I guess pinching off the first flower buds was a good idea. We got some more flowers in there. This is just one plant, you guys. So many flowers per plant. More flowers there, more there, more somewhere over there, I see more there. So we got a lot happening here. So we're gonna get quite a bit of tomatoes. I don't know which plant is what color. I've got some growing up here. I gotta raise those lights. There's some over there. And the clusters are large. I was counting, and I think I'll get maybe 12 tomatoes per cluster. So these are the tricolor cherry tomatoes. They're yellow, like a brownish kind of deep red color and a bright red color. So I'm excited. I don't know how to tell which plant is which. I would think that the darker ones would have kind of a dark dock, but they all look the same. But I definitely germinate a bunch of each. Did I check my peas? I did. I'll show you guys really quick. The ones that sunk have more of that orange stuff on it. They look kind of weird. I'll show you. So we're trying to germinate 40-year-old sugar snap peas. And we soak for 24 hours in water and hydrogen peroxide, and some of them sunk and some of them floated, and we separated them because apparently the ones that sink less viable. I don't know if that's mold or if that's sprout beginning. See that white right there? What do you guys think? If that's sprouted, that would be so cool. I don't know, it could be mold. Mildew. So those are the ones that floated. And they're starting to get that orange stuff on it. I don't want to touch any of the other seeds, but I'll just show you guys here. Those are the ones that sunk. Or a salt deposit. Yeah, I don't know, but I do see what looks like mold growing on that one. It's like black on the side there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these will sprout. I don't know. If you guys have any other suggestions of what I can do, let me know. Maybe the ones in the sponge will. I don't see anything happening yet. How long have they been wet? Just for a couple of days. They've been in the sprouting tray for 2 days, but I leave it cracked sometimes just to give them oxygen. But yeah, nothing is going on with these yet, so these ones are kind of looking a little dry. Make sure they're moist. And I'm going to just cover them up and put them back on the sprouting tray. And we'll see how they do. Yeah, I don't know if it's mold. I see that white stuff. It looks like it could be the start. Who knows, you guys? We'll find out. I will definitely keep you posted. We'll check in on them every day, and then I'll charge my digital microscope tonight, and we'll see if we can take a closer look and check out what that is. Oh, like a toothpick, you mean? Place them over a glass of water. Oh yeah, I've done that with avocado pits before, where you toothpick either side of the seed or the pit and you put it in water. Sometimes if these are dormant for a while, they take their time sprouting. Well, MF Clone, they've been dormant for 40 years, so longer than I've been alive. Oh yeah, Pro Pyro, I got to check out his plants. Oh my gosh, they look great. They look awesome. You guys are, I'm sure, all avid gardeners. It's there's no such thing as a good gardener or bad gardener. You just either do it or you don't, and you will always get good at it if you continue to keep at it. And that's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm seeing that the results of all my experiences. I've definitely learned a lot in my last grows, and clearly I've got a lot more to learn, but we're getting there every day, and I just try to be open as possible to criticism, comments, advice, whatever it is. I want you guys to comment in the chat and tell me if you think I'm doing something wrong, because I love it. That's the way I learn, and that's part of the reason why I go live too, is I've had so many times from the time I started, when I've been doing my videos, I had the first time somebody reached out to me, they were like, oh, your plant looks like it has powdery mildew. And and it was a video, just an update of my cucumber plants. I was all proud. It was a great video. And I took a closer look at my plants, and a couple days later, my entire garden had powdery mildew. And then I learned quite quickly what that was. But had that person not reached out to me and told me what was up with my garden, or that something was up with my garden, I wouldn't have even thought twice about it. I would have just kept on going and thought that, I don't know what I would have thought. I guess I would have researched it and eventually figured it out. But I appreciate all the advice. And then somebody asked me, you know, what's your ppm or what's your pH? And then I realized, oh, I should probably be checking that. So, you know, you learn about that. I just learn about so much from the community. So please, I invite you to give me all the advice or tips you got. Les says, I'm going to try those 5-year-old pepper seeds today. Oh, good luck. Yeah, they're 5-year-old seeds. They're 40-year-old seeds. So they've been dormant for a really long time. They might take 20 years to sprout. Who knows? We'll see. I don't know if I can stay that committed to dealing with the seeds and waiting for them to sprout, but I could just buy some new ones, you guys. It's really not that difficult, but it's fun to try new things and to experiment. I also tried, or I saved seeds, and I have to find them because I want to try this on the live. You know those canned tomatoes? They're not really crushed. They're just canned whole tomatoes. They're fresh, but they're in a can, and usually they're Roma tomatoes or San Marzano tomatoes, and they have the seeds sometimes in the can because it's obviously a whole tomato. It's not crushed, it's just been canned. And so I grabbed a few of those seeds, and I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna try to germinate them. So I haven't done it yet, but that would be something cool to try on a live and experiment with you guys. So maybe we'll do that next time. I just have to find the seeds. Sometimes I take seeds, or I harvest seeds while I'm making dinner, throw them in a paper towel, and then I forget where I put them. So I'll have to look for them, but that would be cool. Can you imagine if canned tomato seeds sprouted? That would be awesome. It took me over 10 years to get really at the base of being considered good. Your learning curve doing lives is awesome. Oh, thank you. You guys get to watch my learning curve too. It's pretty cool. Like, yeah, you know, the other day you got to see me be very excited for the first time that I have a cucumber growing, and so far so good with the plant. So it's fun to just share that with you guys in real time. I love doing stuff like that. I grew a mango seed and got it to 5 months old before my son's cat knocked it over and broke it. Oh no! R.I.P. to that mango plant. That takes dedication, you guys. Avocados, mangoes, any kind of fruit tree, like, you have to be in it for the long haul. And so good for you, Natimbi. The intention was there for sure. So I can appreciate that. But yes, you should absolutely start one. I always say to myself, like, oh yeah, I want to start this one day, and I have to put myself in check and realize, no, I should start it now, because these things take so much time that there's no time like now to start it. That's why yesterday I had that experience where I was like, oh, you know what, we're not going to do corn and the beets now because I'm kind of overwhelmed. And then I'm like, yes, you are. It's going to take time, and there's a chance they may not even germinate, which means I have to buy more seeds, and it's going to take even more time. And so, you know, no time like now. The energy is inspiring and the streams are very enjoyable. Keep up the good work, Freshie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for watching and for hanging out with me. It's actually fun. I enjoy hanging out with you guys and just chatting it up and learning from each other. That's what it's all about. That's what I do, is kind of create a space where everybody can learn, and there's no No judgment, just pure learning and good vibes. But talking about trees, I'll show you my lemon seedling. It's finally on the up and up. I put it closer to the light. I watered it a couple days ago and she's doing okay. I see some new leaves unfurling. Well, one looks like it got dried up. There is a new leaf there, and I haven't seen a new leaf unfurling. Oh, there's another one over there. So look, okay, it's gonna take time. I've had that for a couple years actually, and I finally just got it in the grow tent. So thank you so much, Mia Lifestyle. I appreciate you. Is the bucket light? Would you pick it up? What, the lemon seedling? No, well, it's not. Right now I'm using my foot and my hand to pick it up. It's not super heavy. I would say, I don't know, maybe it's like 10 pounds. Thanks so much, Natimbi. That's the goal. That would be so cool. It's just to have an awesome community where everyone can just hang out and learn, you know, no judgment, just plants. Plants don't judge. You too, Jason. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, I think it's watered okay, Pro Pyro. I just watered it yesterday, so I think we're good. Oh, well, better late than never, Jason. I'm glad you're here. I'm actually, excuse me, I'm actually just about to head out and enjoy the rest of my day, or what's left of the long weekend. But thanks for hanging out, you guys. We didn't do much today, but we had a good time regardless, and that's what it's all about. So that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll try to come up with something fun to do on tomorrow's live, but we'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thanks for hanging out, and have a great day, guys, and happy growing to all of you guys that grow. Venus flytrap. Oh my gosh, I want to grow one of those, MF clone. Maybe we'll germinate some Venus flytraps. That'd be sweet. If you guys have seeds, let me know. I'd love to take those. All right, guys, have an awesome day, and thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time.